As you could see from the title, today's video is going to be part of a hop all about steampunk. And I have this neat little bicycle here. One of my dear viewers sent it to me, and I had planned to do something steampunkish with it. So when this hop came up, I thought this would make a great base. Of course, I will alter it completely, and I want to take you along for the journey. I started by pulling all kinds of things from my stash, including broken jewelry, kids' toys, things from the handyman drawer, things from the kitchen. Now, I might not use all these things, but it's nice to have a variety of stuff handy. Now, I will be using X6000 for all the gluing, and I start by adding this little piece here because I want to not use the handlebar of the bicycle, but I want to give it a steering wheel, and I need something there as a base. And next I have these two pieces. They look a little bit like a toy from Star Wars, but they also have a slit just like the first piece, and I can attach them to the rim of the bicycle there, and that gives me again another base for additional pieces. Now whenever I work on a 3D project, filming is always a bit of a challenge, but I try to show you some of the components a little slower than the rest of my progress. I will also give you a close-up look regularly so you can keep up with what I'm doing here. So that was a steering wheel, again a toy. Then I have these two plastic things of unknown origin, but they will be my headlights. Now it took many steps to complete this project, and I most likely got carried away a little bit, but it was just too much fun to stop. Right now I'm going slow here so you can follow easily, and I will start putting all my materials in the captions for you. But later on I will speed it up a little bit, especially the parts that are very repetitious. But first I want to explain this little brooch here. It's meant to be a blackboard, and I'm taking off the pin in the back so I can glue it down easily. And it has some mathematical equations on the front, and I thought it would fit nicely to this project. As you can see here, I also already glued down some gears. All right, I think from here on I will turn you over to a little bit of music. If something comes up that I need to explain, I will be there to do so. Otherwise, I will talk to you towards the end. Oops, before I go, of course, I want to invite you to join the hop. Many artists are participating, and you will find all the information you need below in my description box. Please do follow the links and visit all the other channels, as there will be lots of fun steampunk projects for you to check out. So that's all I had for the moment. I will talk to you in just a wee bit. Enjoy. Here I'm showing you a couple of changes I made. I did extend the rod to the steering wheel, so now it's a little higher. I also inserted this yellow piece of plastic, so this whole area here was just a wee bit larger. And here on the back I took off the top and the bottom of the ladder just to make it a little shorter. And now on with more doodads. I have this metal horseshoe here. It was part of a key ring advertising some tequila, so it will serve me well as a footrest for this contraption. Now, aside from the glue, I also wired those hinges to the frame, and then I covered the knot in the front with a little gear. Now, in this whole video, there were many times when I had to let things dry, I had to re-glue a few things, so you're getting the short version. And now we're going to take a little break from the painting, and I want to work with these two temperature dials. They come from the kitchen. They usually have a long metal stick. You use them to measure the temperature in your meat, but I cut off the sticks as I think they will fit this project really well. Here I add some texture paste, and I also use the texture paste to glue down these dials. Next, I take a piece from an old watch and I add a tiny little wheel to it in preparation for later on. And now on to some wings, which I made off camera. These belong to this little bat I found at a dollar store. I just clipped them off, then I covered them in white fabric on one side. I folded over the edges, and then on the other side I just added some netting. Very, very simply done. And next, a coat of gesso, and then I treat them with similar colors and paints I used earlier. So I took this little light out of a broken yo-yo and the effect is really nice. The only thing is it doesn't stay on very long, maybe 10 seconds. Now, of course, my flying machine needs a pilot. So I made this little guy. He started out as an action figure looking like this, but I altered him. I gave him some clothes. I made him a top hat. He has some goggles, as you can see, a mustache, and he even has a little keychain. Now, if you're interested to see how I did it step by step, you can find a video right here on my channel. I posted it just last week, and there you will get all the details. So here he is holding on to his flying machine, and I will show you one more close-up of everything. Now, of course, my steampunk flying machine could never fly. It is not engineered soundly. On the other hand, when I make something like this, I like to at least give the illusion that it could work. So it has all the important components. It has a steering wheel, it has headlights, it even has a hood ornament. Then here on the bottom, it has the steamer room with all the dials, and when it's hot enough, the steam will go through the hose into the gear shaft. Here are all the other little details, which I think gives it a lot of texture, lots of interesting things to look at. There is an oil can, there are some tools and spare parts, just in case. So when the steam reaches this compartment up here, it turns the gears, and that will turn the propeller, and the extras will go out the exhaust. And then, of course, the propeller will help the wings to flap, and my little guy is off into the skies. At least that's the idea. So a little more details here on the back, and here on the door I added the ladder, of course, so the a man can get to his seat. So that's it for today. I hope you enjoyed your time with me, and I get to see you really soon again. Stay safe and creative. Bye bye for now.